A note on a bridge too far. I have seen this film and appreciated it. It has so many stars that there are few other films to compare it with in just terms of stellar cast. There's of course the D-Day landing film with everyone important in Hollywood. I know, from John Wayne to Tony Curtis. That's maybe a film with more stars, but this was also fabulous in the star, in the achievement. And bă, potolește-te că nu ai voie să găurești asta. He keeps poking for holes at my shirt, and I don't even understand why. He has a ton of wood there too, and Puccini, that one, is doing just this, the good thing, poking holes through all those wooden things. I gave him an old mowing machine that to again destroy it because it's not good anymore. So he has 1,001 things to destroy, and he wants to destroy my shirt. That's one. Anyway, I have a gun, like in A Bridge Too Far, a water gun, and he doesn't like it. Huh? If you attack. So from the title we know it's a failed operation. It's a bridge too far, and we learn about the film from a marvelous book, Adventures in the Screen Trade, by William Goldman, who is the one who wrote the screenplay for A Bridge Too Far. And he talks about so many things, so many stars, so many aspects of film. If you love films, that's a book you need to read. That one with then also The Kid Stays in the Picture by Robert Evans, head of Paramount producer now, and then Making Movies by Sidney Lumet, I think will give you a very good broad picture of what's going on in Hollywood. Regarding this film, it was difficult, very, very difficult to write the screenplay because of some aspects, one of which was that some incredible things took place in reality, and it's difficult to translate that on the screen. And he gives two examples, William Goldman, one referring to the film, but I'll first mention briefly one regarding the story that he's asking the reader to consider. Think that you learn about this plot in a film. How would you react if you see this on screen? There's a hero, let's say Paul Newman, I think he suggested playing this character. He has to talk with this woman who's inaccessible. She's very well guarded, there's a castle, there's so many guards, there's so many rooms, it's impossible to get in. But still, the proposition there on screen is that he just climbs a wall, he finds an open window there, and then no one meets him, and then again in her bedroom she finds no one close to her, and he's just there with her. There's a longer itinerary more, but that's not, it's just as an example outside the bridge too far. What would you think? You would refuse, you would go for the popcorn because you don't, this is preposterous. Well, it happened, and the woman was the queen. So just some guy entered Buckingham, or I don't know where, you can check on the map, and met the queen there. And because it happened that the guard was walking the dog, and this one left the door open. Anyway, so that sounds crazy, and you wouldn't put that in the script, but it happened. And then there's a scene of a battle in A Bridge Too Far that William Goldman confesses. That's a wonderful book because he's so honest. and he's not proud and boasting. Robert Evans is doing that to some extent. You have the feeling that he is a bit full of himself. Anyway, in the kid stays in the picture. So he says, it's difficult to handle, impossible it looked like, because there's a scene at the river where a first wave of attack tries to cross the river. Uh, there's a lot of shooting and to cover to create like a fog, cloud of to cover it. But the wind is taking this away, and then um, they're in plain view, and they're sitting ducks, and the Germans shoot at them and kill an extraordinary number. And then it's a second wave of attack is needed, and moves into the river, which happened. It sounds incredible. How can they do that? I mean, when they saw the others being massacred without any possibility to do to hide anywhere. They're on a river, and there's nothing they can do about it. So it sounds implausible, impossible. And how can you put this in the film? He also talks about the work of Richard Attenborough, a wonderful professional. He would go to bed at, I don't know, 1 in the night and wake up at 5 because he has so much to do. He has scenes to review. He has to go through the script again and again, and what's the order of shooting, and so many other details. And then finally, another detail which was so incredible about the film was regarded the fact that they had to use this bridge, but the authorities would only give it a limited access because so much traffic depended on it, and you can't just stop it for more than a very limited time. So all the crew, all these stars, Richard Attenborough had to get them in place and to do it now, or it would be impossible to shoot another time. It would take, I don't know, a year, or the authorities may never close it again for the shooting for the film. And Attenborough was marvelous, and even if there was something at the beginning of the scene that looked like it might compromise it,